Tea Expo here in Taipei, Taiwan. And it's been exciting. I don't know if you guys have been following along with the live streams. Some of them are horizontal, which means sideways that way. Some of them are vertical, which means up and down here. But it's been a lot of fun. I mean, over the last few days, I've met some amazing companies, some amazing products, and their majority, I think all of them have been Taiwanese. Yeah, so it's been really fun. So this is the Taipei Taiwan Tea Festival. And the main point of it is, of course, tea, but everything to go with tea, right? So what does that mean? It might mean like desserts or some food options, some tea making materials, maybe, you know, of course, the tea itself, but what goes with tea, right? Why am I here? Well, as you know, I'm Bubble Tea Kristin, and I specialize in bubble tea, everything from making recipes to helping business owners to open their own shops. I do a lot of really great, fun, hopefully very informative videos and interviews with tea shop owners and bubble tea shop owners from around the world. Some of them have been, you know, most of them have been my clients, in fact. And so for this expo, I've just sort of hand-selected a few that I think my audience would really enjoy learning from. Like the first day, we had desserts of snow and smoothies, machines, which are great. And we actually had a viewer who commented that they were really interested, and they contacted me and said, can you get more information about pricing and things? So I'm gonna head over there at the very end to find out some more pricing information. Then we found out from a company who used to specialize in savory sauces, but is now getting into the sweet sauce market. And we sampled some of their drinks, phenomenal flavors. That was with Melody, so check out that one. Then we went over to another place. Can't remember. I've got the image in my head, but I can't remember what the third one was. What was the third live stream we did yesterday? That's my assistant, Amira.
Having a ponder.
Oh, the oat milk. Boring oat milk. Right. Boring oat milk. That was the third one, right? But there was some, and we also did some tea tasting. We did some oolong tea tasting as well after Melody. Yeah. And then today we did Pu-erh tea. So Pu-erh. Pu-erh. There's a very specific way to pronounce it. I'm going to get it right one of these days, but I say Pu-erh tea. And we learned all about it, the history of it, where it's from, what on earth is it. So if you want to know more about that, there's 2 videos about that. And I had a very amazing experience with a 5th generation owned Pu-erh tea company here in Taiwan. Wow. So definitely check that out. It was really phenomenal. So to wrap things up today, we're gonna look at one of the components of bubble tea, which can be the creaminess, right? So oftentimes we use non-dairy creamer powder because it happens to be most palatable. It gives a great mouthfeel, and it really helps to balance the milk teas. However, there are a lot of people who prefer maybe oat milk, right? Did an oat milk video yesterday, or almond milk, or coconut milk, or cow milk, of course. But today you're gonna meet a company which is one of a kind. I asked if they're the only ones. He said he thinks so. So we'll find out. And it's a company from Japan. And you're not gonna believe this. It's milk made out of fermented rice. Very random. I've had rice milk before, but I've never had fermented rice milk. And it is seriously one of a kind. And the thing that's most interesting about it is it's naturally sweet, which is really amazing. So I think it would go best more for like coffee, and maybe a strong tea. If you're doing a very strong awesome tea, this one will go perfect. But the benefit of it is that you don't need to worry about adding sweetness to it. And if your customers are concerned about sugar levels, they don't need to, because this is naturally sweet. So it actually works out really well. So we're gonna do that in just a minute. And it is sort of towards the end of the whole weekend and the event, actually. So things are starting to settle down a bit. There's less people in the background, which is great because this booth has been super busy the entire time. It's been really crazy. So, oh, great. Hi, Paul. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for joining my live stream today. We are at the Taipei Taiwan Tea Expo, and today is the very last day. We've got our very last interview lined up for the live stream. So thank you for joining us, Paul. Really appreciate it. As soon as the gentleman who's I'm going to be interviewing with is available, he'll be available in probably just 30 seconds. We're going to go ahead and get started. So hopefully it will be a great learning opportunity. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat below. And also, Paul, I don't know if you're already a subscriber, but feel free to subscribe. I do specialize in bubble tea, recipes, business, but I am a lover of tea, all things tea. So that's why I'm here at this expo, because, you know, tea generally is the main component in bubble tea, and it's very, very important. So it's always good to learn about the roots of it, where it comes from, the companies, the people behind the mask, if you will, for tea, all things tea. And also I started a new YouTube memberships as well. So shout out to all of my new YouTube memberships. Oh, okay, great. So we just got word, it's totally fine, that actually they are not allowed to do an online interview, which is very sad. They just got word from corporate office. I'm so sorry. Yeah, don't worry. He can show us around, but he can't do an interview. So maybe what he'll do is he'll show us around, but I will fill you in on the information I know. And then if you are interested in more information about the company, then you can always contact them directly, but the product is very, very good. So hopefully you'll be able to gain some value out of it. So how amazing would that be if you, as a bubble tea shop owner or a coffee shop owner, maybe have can sample. Oh, great, that's a great idea. So I'll be able to sample the drink, describe it, and but I must say go to Japan to try. Okay, no problem, we can do that. I am actually going to be in Japan in March, so maybe I can score a special interview in Japan? I don't know what the legality of it is. I'm not going to ask, but they're kind of having a little meeting over there. So we'll see how it goes. This is sort of the drama of live streaming sometimes. Oh, hello, who do we have here? On Max Media, love from Australia. I think that's Australia. Gosh, I'm so sorry if it's not. Is that the Australia flag, Amira? She's better with flags than me.
Might be.
Okay.
I'm worried it might be New Zealand. I can't tell.
Oh, it might be New Zealand.
Close,
oh,
yeah.
Goodness. Apologies, Max, if I got your country wrong. But hey, the good news is, although I'm not going to Australia next month, I am going to New Zealand. So if I got the flag wrong, then I will definitely get it right when I go next month, believe me. That's one thing I love about traveling, especially for bubble tea. Bubble tea is sort of the language of people around the world, right? So if you don't speak the language, it doesn't matter. Grab a bubble tea, and it's the love of bubble tea. And here at an event like this, where a lot of people don't speak English, they speak, Mandarin, the love of tea. Like, it's been a really, really great experience. And so hopefully I will be able to learn more about more countries as I travel, which is something I love to do. I'm passionate about it, and I love to try cultural drinks as well from around the world too. So are we good to go? So I'm basically just going to try the drink, and then, okay, yeah, let's see how this goes. Let's see. I'm also going to hand you over to my assistant, Amira, and she's going to kind of record me from the other way. All right, cool. All right, so here's their booth. They're a company from Japan. And this is one of the people who is like famous for his company in Japan that uses their products. He has a lot of awards. He's like a famous barista. He might actually be here. He was here yesterday. I play this booth like every day. Yeah, he's over here. Oh, here he is. So he's famous in the Japan world. And he's like a bit of a celebrity. He's gotten a lot of awards, and his shop is also quite famous. So I actually saved it on my Google Maps. So when I go to Japan, I'm gonna go check it out. And then if we come over here, you can see more information. It says Koji Barista Edition is a fermented drink made from koji that originates in Japan. Made from koji and containing no dairy. Koji Barista Edition is allergen-free and suitable for those who are lactose intolerant. So it says fermented plant-based milk, so that's great for vegans. Allergen-free, so that's great for people who cannot have nuts. Natural sweetness from koji, which is the fermented product. And stable frothing and long-lasting foamed, which is also very, very important, especially for coffee shops, or if you're doing shaken bubble tea with a machine especially. It's always good to have that really, really good mouthfeel and foaminess to it, which is really great also. And all right, so I'm gonna get my first sample, and I'm gonna kind of share with you how it is. And again, if you want to get a hold of this company or you want to try it, apparently you have to go to Japan in order to try it for legality purposes. So let's give it a try. Oh yeah, that's really good. It's very, I don't know how to explain it, but it's one of those things that I've never had anything similar to it before. It's not like oat milk, it's not like soy milk, it's not like almond milk. It's its own unique flavor. Would I say it's like rice milk? Maybe a little bit, but it has more complexity. I feel like rice milk itself is kind of a little bit flat. This has a lot of depth to it, so it's got really, really good flavor notes on it. Yeah, very nice. And like I said, naturally sweet. Not like sugar sweet, not like fructose sweet. Almost like honey sweet. Yeah, I would say it's kind of like honey sweet, although there's no added sugar. It's just natural, which is really, really nice. Yeah. Yeah, that's really, really good. Yeah, thank you. Okay, and we're going to come over here and just kind of take a look at their booth. You can follow them on Instagram. Here's both of theirs. So if you want to take a screenshot, you can get more information about them and their company. We got the Taiwan Koji and then the Japan Koji. And apparently there's a lot of places in Taiwan and Japan that are using this product, which is really, really cool. And even today at this fair, this expo, you can actually buy some of their products. You can get a little bit of a discount. So that way people who own tea shops or cafes can come here, buy a little bit, sample it, try it out, and then they can get more information while they're here. And then also over here, there's a little shot of the fermented rice. So this is basically what this comes from. And that's really amazing. It's so great. I mean, one of the things that I saw today is so many different milk alternatives, because a lot of people find they're lactose intolerant, or maybe it's a lifestyle choice, or other health reasons. And so having milk alternatives is a great option for, of course, cafes and coffee shops, but also for bubble tea shops. And I remember for my shops, I was offering a vegan powder range, so I didn't really need to worry about people who were vegan. They could have my milky drinks. But when I added the mousse on top, of course, that had real cream cheese, and a lot of my cheesecake range obviously had the cream cheese in it, so of course they couldn't have those drinks. They could have the fruit teas. If people come to your shop and they say, hey, I'm vegan, what can I have? You can always, let them know about your fruit teas, because those are obviously vegan, and they're halal too, of course. But this would have been a fun option. I think at that time we did offer oat milk, and I think we kind of dabbled with soy, but this was before Barista Edition oat milk. Like, when you use milk alternatives in your products, ideally, you want them to be Barista Edition, because it has more of a mouth feel to it. It kind of percolates on the tongue a little longer, as opposed to it just being really, really thin. So I think that's one thing to keep in mind. And then also the shelf life is important as well. Find something that, if you open it, you don't have to consume it like within 24 hours. Hopefully it will last for maybe 3 days in your fridge, for example. And also storage of the product. Does it have to be refrigerated as soon as you get it home? Or can you keep it on the shelf? Things like that. So it looks like they're kind of closing down. But if you want to just give us a wave over there. Hello, hi, konnichiwa. Hello. Awesome. But we're going to head this way and just kind of walk along. But it's been really, really fun. So definitely check out Koji. This is their Barista Edition product. They're from Japan. So if you want to get some more information about them, contact them on their Instagram or their website, and you can definitely do that. But in the meantime, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Oh, hi, Tina. She's from Boring Oat Milk. So we did a live stream video with her yesterday, actually. And yeah, it's just been a lot of fun. Like over here, let me just show you really quick what I've sort of been experiencing this last few days. I mean, look at the wide selection of teas. I mean, there are literally thousands and thousands of teas that you can come to this expo. We've got a deep roasted oolong tea, we got a red oolong tea, prize oolong tea, I don't know how to pronounce that one, but another oolong, Snow Mountain oolong. I mean, wow. Some of the best, or probably the best teas from Taiwan are featured in this tea expo here in Taipei, Taiwan. So if you get a chance, whether you're a lover of tea, whether you own a bubble tea shop, or you're thinking about adding tea, I would highly recommend coming to this expo. It's a really, really great experience. It takes place once a year. It's huge. I would say come for all 3 or 4 days if you really want to try stuff, because after you've had 100 samples of tea, you kind of get a little bit of a buzz and you need to take a rest and go get some food. So coming all 4 days is ideal. And there's also bubble tea suppliers here, and they've got a coffee section, snacks, desserts, all that sort of stuff. So I'm very grateful that I was able to come to this event, and I'm very grateful for all of the different booths and everyone's knowledge and excitement to be a part of this. And yeah, and thank you for joining me at home. I look forward to continuing to bring you amazing videos. And although this is the last one for this event, this is the last live stream, I'm going to be traveling around Taiwan for the next week. So hopefully I can maybe squeeze in another one. But if not, I'll be sure to film some content for you. So no matter where you are in the world, you can enjoy the world of tea and bubble tea just like me. Take care.